I think that also goes to speak that we should have a discussion around no matter where you are in your relationship, you should always have your own bank account and always squirrel some money away.
So,
Because we don't want to go into a relationship thinking that that relationship is going to end someday, but with a 55% divorce rate, there's a high probability it might.
Yeah.
However, I think just having some financial control of something and having something that you can access in emergency times, whether it be divorce or even death, where you're waiting for insurances to pay out or you find out things you didn't know.
absolutely. And, one of the things that people don't realize, I mean, this isn't so much investment advice, but it's just general financial advice is, if they've kind of taken a sideline to their finances and what's been going on in the relationship from a financial standpoint, they end up losing a spouse either by way of divorce or they pass away or they get critically injured. Like, I can't tell you how many women are shocked just trying to get credit, right? And they say, yeah, but my net worth is this. What do you mean I can't get a credit card? Well, I'm
Or
sorry.
I had a joint credit card. Doesn't that count for something? But unfortunately, the joint credit card doesn't report on your credit bureau because they don't.
Thinking back to some of your previous questions on just like how do you kind of prepare for the divorce? Actually, that's one thinking about it. Like, absolutely, you want to have established credit. Like going into particularly an acrimonious divorce without established credit, that is going to create another level of stress for you. When it comes to you getting something simple as a mortgage, which I'm sure
I have
you've
the
seen.
philosophy that established credit should exist even if you are not going into a divorce, because you never know when you're going to need it. Like going back to the conversation, if somebody passes away, if your partner suddenly passes away and it's like they're in their 20s or they're in their 30s and you have no credit, even trying to get a credit card in your 30s can be challenging because they're like, well, where have you been for the last 10 years? What's been going on? How come we just pay in cash? What's happening?
And you go back to tracking financial transactions. Yes, it's easier, but now all of a sudden, now you look like you're suspicious because you're doing all these financial transactions, but you have no history. And so that's another problem that people run into is trying to explain their financial transactions when they're in the middle of it. I mean, listen, my own wife, I very much have encouraged her to establish her own credit, and she's done all those things. But when we first met, I mean, she didn't have any of that stuff, and that was my biggest concern was if something happened to me, how would she be able to move forward with things, right?